All right, cuteness. I think we're ready. It's overcast this morning, but whoa, we're not forecast for rain today. Nope. We have a slight chance, I think is what Google said. Well, we didn't have a full walk yesterday. Bravo has been very patient for 2 days in a row. Um, Yesterday, we needed to leave town very early. We had an entire day out of town. As a friend, the day before, one of my treasures, her birthday is today. Happy birthday. And so Mark and I wanted to treat her to a day um, of us going out of town and having lunch. And what are we doing? Let's go. Um, I know you already pooed once. Bravo? Yeah, I'm sure there are a lot of places. And, well, that's a lot. Um, but anyway, so we had to leave early, therefore, took Bravo out early. Made sure he got one poo in. But that was really all we had time for. And then we were gone for what? We were gone for, gee whiz, 8, 9 hours. And he was a trooper. That's a good spot, bud. Poor thing. I leave pads now for him. Well, I always have. It's a good spot. And because he's a boy, I leave one propped up and the other flat. So he can hike because he likes to hike. But anyway, whoa. He held it the whole time we were gone. At night, it's one thing because, I mean, just like humans, nope, further down. Sleeping is different when it comes to your bladder and when you're awake and moving about. So I did tell him before we left that I was going to be gone most of the day. Hey, and yeah, his bladder by the time we got back was about to explode. But fun things yesterday, interesting things yesterday, definitely interesting things. Um, Hold up. Over here. I don't know if I mentioned that I'd made shrimp and grits for the first time ever. I've eaten it, but I'd never made it before. Well, anyway, yesterday for my girlfriend, whenever Mark and I got back to the shop, I wanted to make her a breakfast container for the trip. So she could, because she's a foodie too. So she could try the shrimp and grits. And yeah, she loved it. Hold on. Whoa. Going out in the middle of the road, bud. Yeah, not okay. And, but anyway, so Mark and I had a day, and he woke up with some pain, and later on I had some pain. Didn't know if it was premenstrual or intestinal or what it was. I just knew it was pain. But anyway, we're able to. I needed the whole day to go through some things, and then all of this morning to process my day. Because so much of it was old patterns, I knew they were old patterns even whenever they happened. And however, I am not going to make excuses for anybody, particularly in a romantic relationship, for their bad behavior. And I can also admit that I was not communicative at the time. No, I know that's not even close to being a strong suit of mine. But anyway, come on now. And so our situation, it was a very full day. We went to a Chinese buffet that none of us had been to before. It was quite good. It was a good value. Learned that only Sundays are crab leg days. So I do plan at some point to go on a Sunday. But they had plenty of shrimp, other fishes. They had salmon and flounder, and they even had some fried catfish. That's a wee bit high, but not bad. Okay. And let's see, what else did we do? We did Ollie's. That's a store I'd never been to before. It's those big markdown stores. Whoa, almost stepped on you. Hold on, over. Stay. Okay, come on, let's go. Hold on. Okay. And it was kind of cool. I did find, hold on. Okay. I did find a cookbook. Now, understand the flood of 2013. Big life-changing event for me 12 years ago. And lost my house a lot. However, did not lose any critters, did not lose any people. That's all right. And learned a great deal. One, stuff is still just stuff. And however, doesn't mean later on you don't miss stuff. Okay, come on. Some of them, I had a collection of cookbooks that I'd collected over many, many years. And gee whiz, I guess probably over 20 years. And they were all destroyed. Photos. Oh, gee whiz. Yeah, those are all gone. But anyway, so yesterday I found a book and it was Instant Pot, good spot, buddy. What was it? Instant Pot, air fryer, and slow cooker cookbook. Anyway, and it was for $3.99 plus market a coupon. Was it 15? Yeah, 15% off coupons. So that's cool. What else have I had? Sriracha sauce. Sriracha? Sriracha. I always say sriracha. Sauce. It was a 16-ounce bottle, a brand that I can't think of now, but I've bought before and I really like. Usually runs $20 a bottle. Also, over. Stay. Okay. Come on. Nope, that's yuck. Hold on. Over here. You don't need to go down there. And, yeah, that's far enough. I know it was less than $5. I can't remember exactly how much it was, but the stuff usually runs $20 or more. So, yay. I was happy about that. I also found some coolant for my air conditioner. I think my air conditioner, my car needs to be recharged. I believe the compressor and everything is kicking on just fine. It's just not cool enough. And I'd noticed it last summer. Well, anyway, Mark knows all kinds of car stuff. And so, after he finished gabbing with somebody, hey, yeah, I gab with everybody too. But it was like, boy, you know how to choose time. And came down and he picked out which ones I should get. That he has all the other equipment to put it in and all that kind of stuff. So, okay. So that saved me like $40 at least. And is there something else I got? I don't think I got anything else. I don't think I did. But anyway. And then we went to eat. And okay, let's go. We're gonna stay, go, whatever. Let's go. The buffet was quite good, very good value. All of us ate a ridiculous amount of food. And for the most part, we're surprised that we weren't more miserable because we overindulged, as you do at the buffet. Nope. Well, maybe you don't, but I do. Virtually everybody I've gone to a buffet does. And Mark was concerned at the beginning. He said, "This is a really bad investment for you, isn't it?" And I was like, "No, you may be surprised." He was. And I said, "Yeah, just wait till you see me on crab leg day." Some of their sushi was quite good. He had, they have a grill where they do things like Mongolian beef. You pick out your beef and everything. He said it was quite good, especially for the price. Plus, they have plenty of American food as far as American food pizza. But anyway, come on. You know, things, chicken nuggets, all that kind of stuff for people that don't care for Chinese, or at least American Chinese food. The lo mein noodles were quite good. I realized they're like the cheapest thing on any buffet. It's kind of like bread at an Italian restaurant. Don't care. I love good lo mein. Okay, let's go. And so I think there was some lo mein on every single... No, there was no lo mein on my dessert dish. But every other plate that I made had lo mein. I was really disappointed Hold on. Over. Stay. Stay. Good, good. Okay. The hot and sour soup, which is another one of my favorites, wasn't hot. It's like, I understand these palates up here don't really mean they like spicy, but dang. And I was disappointed that the hot mustard is like, I swear I may take my own hot mustard next time. Because my hot mustard that I mix it from powder. I don't remember the brand, but I found it on Amazon. And, it is fucking hot. But it's the same stuff that I've found in Chinese restaurants forever. And I like it. The packet hot mustard, they're not hot. And I swear they're as sweet as anything. But anyway, aside from that, their fried shrimp was quite good. I'm not a huge fried shrimp person, but yeah, it was good. I didn't have to pull breading off, which I often do. And their boiled shrimp was very good. They had, obviously, we got their opening, so it had not fully chilled, but it was fine. And their tempura chicken for sweet and sour chicken was very good. They did a good job. One of the things surprised me, General Tso's, which I love, not spicy, and just didn't taste very good. Garlic chicken, another thing I really like. Not crazy about it. The orange chicken, which is usually like my least favorite of all the chicken stuff, was great. So I guess we all have our specialties. And I had another oyster. I do it every few years in an attempt to develop a taste. Hold on. Stay still. Stay still. Good. Good. Stay still. And I know that Mark does eat oysters and likes them. And I said, well, you get one. I'm not going to take it off the buffet. You get one and save me a bite. Which he did. It was pretty good. It was nice and spicy. It had a spicy sauce on it. So he was like, yeah, you'll probably like this. And I did. So yay. Maybe I've gotten over my Oyster. Nope. 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 Heel. There you go. Because for years, the only oysters that I liked were those damn cheap ones in the can. Where the texture is, what is it more similar to? Oh, it's like crumbly. Oh, I guess it's more similar to fish than it is to oysters. Anyway, sniff away. Yeah, that was good yesterday. I didn't go back and get more because there were other things I liked better. But I do like that. Now I will be willing to try. And what was another really good thing they did? Their sushi bar was nice. Had a huge selection. I think it had like 8, 10 different kinds of sushi. And I tried 4 kinds. Quite good. Their wasabi. I love they had this huge block of wasabi out. They had good wasabi. A giant platter of pickled ginger, which I love. And then this other stuff. Oh, no. Did not like it at all. What did it look like? It was bright green. Like Kelly green. It was bright green. And come on, bud. Heel. Come on. Come on. Heel. There we go. Good. And it was like shredded different sizes of some kind of I don't know if it was greens or seaweed, or it wasn't dark enough for seaweed. Anyway, I don't know what the hell it was, but it wasn't sweet, it wasn't sour, it wasn't umami, it was weird. Anyway, it was like the only thing I think I tried that I truly did not like, because that doesn't happen very often for me. But anyway, go again. I'll have to, which I plan to do, have to ask them what that is. The dessert bar was all right. The usual. It's unfortunate because we can always count on Jell-O. Always room for Jell-O, right? And the red Jell-O had the film on top, so I didn't eat all the red Jell-O. Okay, Bravo. Yeah, you're still sniffing where that dog went by this morning.